Madam Chairperson,
Present.
Commissioner Carpenter,
Present.
Commissioner Phelps,
Yeah.
Lieutenant Holman.
Okay, all right, and I'm looking for a motion to accept the minutes of the October, November, and December meetings. There's no
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Okay, and then I'm going to deviate from this agenda and take a couple items out of order. This time, okay, so which is the one that we're going to do first?
Madam Chairperson, if I can, just introduce a proposed amendment to the rules and regulations of the Lynn License Commission, which would establish a policy and a process to allow our license holders to apply for a 2 a.m. license on New Year's Eve only. This is a proposed rule that the board would advertise for a public hearing. We would hopefully have a public hearing in February on this and then take a final vote prior to or at that time. A copy of this, if I could request also, be sent to the police chief for review, who I should note is also my brother, just for the record, and also to Mayor Flanagan and also to Council President Taylor. They spoke to either their officers or themselves all today and told them this would be coming. So at this point, we also have a rule also to be set down for a public hearing that would require all license holders in the city of Lynn also to submit an email address to this board. That would be same procedure, a public hearing in February, and then final discussion and possible adoption of that in February. So at this time, I would make a motion that, first of all, the copies of these be distributed to all three of us, Attorney Phelan, and also the individuals mentioned in that public hearing be set down for review on these proposed rules for February. Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then the other item that I want to take out of order is the, we need a vote to be taken that we either accept or decline the proposed 10 a.m. Sunday opening for pouring establishments.
This would need to have a call for anyone for a, this is a public hearing, so anyone for or against would be allowed to speak, because it is a public hearing.
Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor at this time?
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board, for taking this out of turn. We have a number of, my name is Brendan Crichton, I'm City Councilor, I'm the Council for Ward 5. This proposal would essentially pull back the hour from 11 a.m. until 10 a.m. on Sundays. I was approached by a business in my ward who was interested in pursuing this as they are beginning to offer brunch, a brunch special, and they would like to serve drinks during that time. I think it's a good thing for the city and for some of the businesses that serve. During the breakfast hours, also, it would be dealt with on a case-by-case basis, which I think would provide the board with enough flexibility to handle the issues that will arise. Matt O'Neill, who's the owner of the Blue Ox, I've been down there in person, but he has a cooking demo going on right now, was unable to attend, so I'm here in his stead. But again, just wanted to speak in favor of that, and thank you for accommodating my schedule when you speak out of turn. Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak in favor of this proposal?
I'm Ralph W. Severnor, Chairman of the Lynn Area Chamber of Commerce, and we polled our members, and they're very supportive. We appreciate favorably looking at this, and we understand we want to tie into food, and it makes a lot of sense, so we're very supportive, and we hope you'll move forward with it. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in favor?
I'm Attorney Sam Vitale. Some of the folks here are from the Lynn Restaurant Association. Obviously, they're supportive, specifically my clients from Northern Nights, if you recall, when they came before you for a license, wanted to have an opportunity to serve brunch. And at that time, I think it was suggested by the board that the way to do this was to get those folks who were interested on the same page. And I think you're going to see that tonight that's happened, and I would hope you would have favor approval.
Anyone else to speak in favor of? Okay, is there anyone here to speak in opposition to this proposal? Mr. Treasurer?
Do we need to explain procedures?
Here with, well, should we perhaps maybe take a vote as to whether or not, why bother explaining the procedure if we're not going to vote in favor, so why don't we take a vote? And then we'll explain. So someone,
Make a motion that we accept the 10 a.m. Sunday opening hours with the procedures that are written here.
Second that motion.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, and the procedure that will be followed is, we will be sending out an application to all establishments to change their hours of operation. And then you will submit this application to us for approval. And you must note that food has to be served during these hours. You will also be receiving a copy of the law and an application to change your hours, okay? If you have any questions, you can call Debbie at City Hall. Okay? We'll be sending this letter out tomorrow, right, January 25th. Okay. All right, back to the agenda. Okay, we have a number of one-day licenses, actually two. One for the Lynn Auditorium for concert on Friday, February 19th, and a one-day license for St. Pius School for a wine tasting auction fundraiser on March 24th.
Motion we grant those licenses.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then waive the fee for the nonprofit. Okay, so sorry, second chapter, sorry. I'm sorry, there is a third one for February 18th from Arts After Hours.
Motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Again, waive fees for the nonprofits. Okay. Debbie, what is this common victual? Yes. Now, little cafeteria, oh, yes, okay, the new little restaurant. Nice. Is there anyone here from
El Monumento?
28 Market Square? Hello? Do you have any questions?
So could you just explain to us a little bit about the type of establishment that you're going to operate?
Yeah, we have a fast food, drink, no alcohol drink, so just beverage, smoothie, salad.
Your hours of operation? The hours that
8
you
to
open?
11,
I couldn't, it's gonna be 8, not 7?
no 8.
Okay.
Make a motion to grant the common victual license.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck. Okay, then we have a change of manager, Franco American Ambulance Post, 161 Club. Hello. Boy, good thing, and you are?
Right there, no unit.
No, very familiar with Mr. Governor. His family's been involved with the post for many, many years. I think his father was a founding member.
Wow.
So I would,
Motion to approve.
second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, we have a conference with Northern Lights, Mankato. Northern Nights, sorry. Thank you.
That's right, everybody.
Everybody says it, right? Right.
I'm Attorney Sam Vitale. I'm here with Cahill. I had given to Debbie my notice of appearance, in which I attached a copy of the legal action, which I think may have piqued somebody's interest, but I also cited the rule which gives you a second read. It says the licensee shall immediately notify the board of any court proceedings which may affect the status of this license, meaning a restaurant license. These court proceedings include, but are not limited to, civil suits, negligence actions, workman's comp cases, a criminal case against the owner or manager. As I say in my appearance, it's inapplicable. You read and look at the lawsuit. Northern Knights is not named as a party. Cahill and Amanda Stevens are not named as parties. There's no accusations or allegations anywhere in the lawsuit that pertain to them. And that would be our explanation. And if you have further questions, we'll give you the answer.
I don't have any, so
Thank you.
thank you. Here, no, another hearing, actually, 47 Central Avenue, William Mahoney.
Madam Chair, honorable members, good evening. James Cipolletta, 385 Broadway, Revere, on behalf of the licensee. With me is Eric, if you want to come around side. Bill Mahoney is here, he's the manager. Eric, if you could put your information on the record.
I sent a notice to the clerk about hearings. I represent Bill Mahoney and Bill Mahoney in some litigation up in Essex County, and so to the extent there's questions about that, I'm here to help with this.
And I believe my appearance has been filed as well.
Could you just explain to us a little bit about, apparently we found out after the fact that there was litigation going on with 47 Central, or, I'm sorry.
I can explain that.
Yeah,
I'll
that'd be
explain that to the
good.
board.
That's all.
There's a lawsuit between Mr. Mahoney. 47 Central is not a party. Mr. Mahoney and the former owner of the club over a breach of contract having to do with the asset purchase of the club. It doesn't affect, as far as I know, it doesn't affect the license. It's a breach of contract and defamation claim. That's in effect. So that's what the lawsuit's about. There's an injunction that's been entered having to do again with the breach of contract, good faith and fair dealing, defamation claims. That's the status. That was just instituted at the end of December.
It was in the newspaper, and that's why I came to the attention of the board.
So that's what the nature of the lawsuit is. I think they alluded to it, Northern Knights alluded to, maybe the newspaper brought them in somehow, but again, they're not parties.
Does the contract,
Again.
excuse me, does the contract list, it's in breach, does that list any of the license holders? Or the prior license holder of this license, are they the parties in the contract itself?
The parties,
In the breach?
yeah, my understanding is that the contract, and I think it's attached there, is with Willie Moe LLC. It's between them and that's the contract, that's the asset purchase agreement and the owner of the club.
The breach doesn't have anything to do with the license?
No.
No.
I'm sorry, Madam Chair, but I wanted to pass it to him.
Absolutely.
So you would see the caption of the case.
Yeah, I think just, in the future, just keep us informed of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Litigation goes forward.
Sure, and
And just, I mean, just so you know too, there's Mr. Vitale, I don't know if he's here, but he represents the other party in that case. And he suggested that maybe, he suggested at the hearing that maybe, the Northern Knights might be sued, or
maybe there was a defect because Willie Moe should be sued. Again, it's a breach of contract claim. I don't think it has anything to do with the license. If we were to include those parties, then maybe we would bring that forward to, but that hasn't happened yet, so we'll make sure that if there's an issue, we'll have to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There were two other items just on the notice, and I think that both have been remedied. I believe that the paperwork was submitted in order to file change the DBA and amend the stockholders' ownership back in October, and the ABCC used to have a really good blue book where they would give you a matrix and say, if you want to do this, these are the forms you need to file. Now it's filled out online and it's changed a little bit. And apparently what's happened is the principals have not completed the entire package to the satisfaction of the board, the commission. And they have, I believe, remedied that. So the October filing was on file. It's been, I've reviewed it, and it was filed over a week ago, I believe, with License Commission. And I think that all of that paperwork is in order. I'm sure we'll find out if it's not. Is that to fulfill the advertising requirement?
Yes, I think, yeah.
Sure.
And as far as the renovations go, everything's.
Those are done. Yes, I think the floor plan had been submitted, and so on. And everything that has been done is reflected on the floor plan and vice versa.
Finish it up next month. Okay.
Great. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
very
Thank
much.
you.
I just picture the board.
Okay, we have a continued hearing, something irresistible, on 95 Oxford Street.
Thank you. Oswald and James. Continued hearing, I think we were here last November 22nd. I talked about placing the property for sale. Since that time, my client, that's what the secretary did too, but has listed the property for sale. We've had some interest. The concern my client is having now is that now voluntarily closing for, I believe, a little over 2 months. He's having some issues paying his creditors. There's a mortgage, there's lights, there's waters, there's taxes. And again, although we've had some interest, we've been discussing a price reduction. So one thing you'd like me to ask is if it's possible to, since it's been over a couple months, to open up while we're still trying to sell the place, so he doesn't go into foreclosure while he's trying to have this exit strategy.
So what are we asking for tonight?
Well, what we'd like to do is, want to give an update, but what we'd like to do is open up while we try to get this under agreement, because again, he's having issues not paying his creditors because there's no income coming in. And I hate to see the place go into foreclosure while he's trying to get this complete.
I'm sure you understand we haven't dealt with the discipline yet either.
Right, and one of the things we hope that you take into consideration is the fact that he voluntarily closed. It's now been over a couple months. I'm not sure if that would have a punishment, or if that would be something you would consider.
I think we'd have to hear from Mr. Nichols quite a bit about what he intends to do with, how he intends to operate the establishment if he does reopen.
Okay.
Well, I'd like to operate the place to make it some money.
How would you like to operate against the question is.
No other race nights anymore. And at the same time, somebody goes to another place. We don't want to stop.
Jim, I think it's clear, you just cannot live like you were before, just for a few hours a night, no food, bring people in.
I would put some food.
We need to hear about it. You're not telling us anything new.
Yeah, we actually gone over some of the issues about having a pizza machine come in, a fryer later. He's got all the, everything's there for it. It's just a matter of, plugging it in. So we did talk about, a few of these things, describe some of that. And he's got a huge walk-in freezer that alone is probably worth a few bucks. But you want to talk about the food issue a little bit?
Well, I believe I gave you some pizza and popcorns, eggs, chips for the customers that come in late in the night. They got some.
There's also some members of the community, if you're interested, that actually patronize the bar, that live in Lynn, that, did show up and support it, if you need to hear from any of them.
Well, I think, Jim, with all due respect, I've been in business a lot of years, but we need to hear about how you're gonna change things, what you're gonna have for security, what you're gonna have for staff, how you're gonna control your sales, how you're gonna control your door, all of these things. It just can't be the way it was before. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about.
I used to hear this people. Wherever there is nights, I sign and leave. I give a security and I have a person inside. There was there, these people.
Talk more about how you're planning on doing it as opposed to what it was.
Well, when they have security at the door, there's somebody inside. And a couple of girls who walk in the bar. I never have any problem. I did like put the other age at nights. And I don't know exactly the rules. Nobody's telling me the rules. I went every Friday and I put in a statement there. And what they tell me, I have to put something adjustable cafe when I have at the race night every Friday with all the stuff, but I have all the stuff. And the sign it. If I knew no one was anything else, I wouldn't do it. I always like to go over there.
Plus, I will point out that in every report there is, this is always there.
Yeah, that's good,
I mean, he's always, standing right there.
That's a good thing.
But, so, and I believe he intends to be there, still there, be there while this is trying to be processed out.
Are you saying that you never received a copy of our local rules and regs?
No, I've gone over that with him, and the under 21 is not even an issue for him. It's not
I
even
don't want to
interested.
hear them that anyone anyways.
Do we put that as a
You said
condition
no
on his
water.
license?
Yeah, he's not even interested in, you have a line down the street, you can do anything with it. And I don't think you care if that was a condition of his license, right? You wouldn't care about that.
Is there a menu for the establishment? Food menu?
Did you come up with a menu yet?
No, but I will fix it. It's a basic thing.
And again, this is very short term because I've had a couple of people that own some bars in Boston that came in and looked at it. So I've had a lot of interest in the price reduction is in order, but, so hoping this will be short term. We're almost at the end here.
Well, one way or the other, one way or the other, we are.
Right, I know.
Okay.
I understand that. Explain that.
Jim, I'll give you my opinion. You've been in business a lot of years. No one wants to revoke your license. However, I don't think you understand totally what we're talking about as far as changing the way you operate your business. I think you need to go back and come back here in February with a detailed plan, tell us what your hours of operation are gonna be, tell us what your staffing's gonna be, tell us in detail what type of food service you're gonna have. You just can't throw the doors open for 2 hours from 11 to 1 anymore. Things are different now. This isn't 20 years ago,
When
this
they
isn't 10
give
years
some
ago.
food, that temporary
But
food.
you've gotta get complete control of your business. I don't think you understand.
I do, I understand.
Maybe your attorney can get it through to you, but I don't think you're ready yet to want to reopen and go back to business.
Mr. Cox, I never give any problems there.
Jim, don't make me.
The
put out
problems
there
was
record
all
the
minus
bad.
problems. This problem was there. He said way back, and it was all minus
Your
problems.
record goes back.
I'm very lucky with wrestling, the people, all my customers, they like me, they will never give any problems. The problem started with the other age. After 4 years, we having one problem, and the lights is gone, after 4 years. After 4 years, the problem we had, this was the problem right now, and it wasn't a big problem too.
But I also think I can help put together a short-term business plan. We're talking about hours of operation, staffing, food menu, so we have a couple things to submit to the board to look at, and that way it's a guide to be how to operate.
So would you be willing to continue once again with the voluntary closing during that period of time? Or are you willing to be opening, so that the board could take action? I think that's an issue that needs to be resolved as to
Right.
whether you're gonna voluntarily do it, or the board could take a vote on something else.
Right, so, option one is we continue it one more month, we come back with this stuff in writing. Or two, we have the board.
If we continue 1 month, we're gonna open it, the place goes already.
These are your options.
Well, I go in and make it some menus,
Okay. So,
and I open at the same time, because it's not no money coming.
Jim, I think you need to, if you don't have it, get another copy of our rules. Read through it.
There's a copy.
And base your plan of reopening on what you read in those rules. Come in and show us that we can have confidence in the way you're gonna operate your establishment. Right now, I don't think any of the three of us do.
Mr. Cox, all my life I operate places. It's not the first one.
And that's why we're trying to give you respect.
Sir, I'm giving you every benefit of the doubt not to make a motion to revoke your license right now. I'll be honest with you.
we'll continue it one more month, Jim? Yeah? Do you want to continue it one more? or not?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.